Doing pretty good.
Good. Why do you support Trump?
I still like him. I still because what he's doing with ICE, but I still don't. I don't support him as well. I'm not his fan, or I don't like him as much as I did when he first began.
Do you
But
think
yeah, I
we should
still
uphold the law?
everybody
Yes.
like citizens.
And yes, and officials, yes.
And the president.
Private citizens and officials,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, you think so? Would you support someone who violates like 5 different clauses of the Constitution and like 8 different amendments?
Um, I mean, if you bring me sufficed evidence, perhaps,
I'm
yeah,
just asking you a general
because you can
question.
just make a claim.
But
Yeah,
would
and
you
generally
support
speaking, like yeah,
would you
generally
support
speaking.
someone who
Oh,
violates like 5
if
different
it's
clauses and like 7 different amendments? Would you still support that president or no? I'm not saying Trump has done this. I'm just like Joe Biden has done this, right? Like, would you support? Did you support Joe Biden, Henry?
I didn't pay attention to. I didn't get into politics until like when Trump and Biden were running for president.
Makes sense.
So
What
I
if I
didn't
told
pay
you that?
attention to
What if Donald Trump violated the appropriations clause, the monuments clause, the election clause, the take taxing and spending clause, the take care clause, and the declare war clause, and he also violated the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, 10th Amendment, 14th Amendment, and the 22nd Amendment? Would you ever vote for Biden if he violated all these different clauses and amendments?
I mean, I don't even know what any of that crap is. But if I guess if all that's bad, then no, I wouldn't support him. But no, Biden would still be my president.
But you wouldn't vote for him, right? You wouldn't support him.
Like when you mean support, you mean
Like, what
just
if you could go back in time? Would you like would you still vote for Biden if he like violated these 5 different clauses and 8 different amendments?
I mean, yeah, if that's true, then no, I wouldn't.
Cool. So then you should uphold the same standards with Donald Trump. He did violate the appropriations clause. Critics said that Donald Trump violated the clause when he redirected
He,
military funds to build
where
parts of the U.S.-Mexico border wall after Congress refused to fully fund it. That's going to be
where
a
you get this
violation.
from?
Yeah. Give me a second. I can give you a source for you. Give me a
And what
second.
is this whole what does this whole like prove and mean? Because you're bombarding me, you're shotgunning me with a bunch of things that I don't know. I thought we were
We're
gonna.
going point by point. Yeah, this is going to be according to the Brennan Center for Justice. Border wall emergency declaration litigation. That's going to be for you. I can go point by. I know I named so many different things, but I'm going point by point, right? So the first point is going to be the appropriations clause. Do you know what that is?
No, absolutely not.
Appropriations clause says money cannot be taken away from the U.S. Treasury unless Congress approves it by law. Basically, Congress controls the purse, right? I'm sure you've heard that phrase. Congress has control of the purse, right? Basically, Donald Trump violated this, or critics say he violated this when he redirected
Who are the
military funds to.
critics?
Yeah, it's like I said, it comes from the Brennan Center.org.
So the
Brennan Center for
websites are the
Justice.
critics that are saying these
Yeah, do
things?
you want me to look at the specific author of their article? I got you.
No,
Also,
not the
Um,
author, just the critics. Like, who are these critics? Because
the
that's like pretty
author are the
ambiguous.
critics. The
right.
author of
Yeah, the people who
these
wrote
articles are the
this.
critics.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I can find you specific names here.
They post these on the website. They put on certain websites. They post all these things, right? They upload them.
Yeah, and you guys understand, like, obviously I can't take what you guys are saying.
Yeah, no, you can look.
I
You can take a
obviously
look at it.
everything I'm trying to solve.
I gave you my source. BrennanCenter.org. Border Wall Emergency Declaration Litigation on
Yeah, a
February
website that
15th.
says critics say these things about
This
Trump. Yeah,
is
like who are those critics?
yeah. Let's see. On
Because it
February
wouldn't make sense
15th,
for the author to be
2019.
talking about himself. He could have just said, I believe, instead of saying like the critics. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are the critics?
But it's not about belief. It's about him showing the critic is also showing the evidence of what Trump has done and what he's critiquing. Otherwise, he's just pulling shit out of his ass, right? He can't just do that.
And I believe in
So,
the referencing
what was
when I'm
the
referencing the critics, I'm just referencing to the Brennan Center.
so the website is the critics?
Do you know what the Brennan Center is?
No. You're laughing, but I literally told you I don't know what any of this is. Like you're
Brennan Center is a
attacking me with things
nonpartisan.
I have no idea about.
Yeah. The Brennan Center is a nonpartisan law and policy institute at NYU.
Do you know what non bipartisan means, right? You know what that means, right, Henry?
Nah.
It means that
Nonpartisan.
they don't hold themselves to any party, whether it's Democratic, Independent, or Republican.
Right.
So
So
what is
the
what's the
Brennan
point of
Center
all
for
this though?
Justice, which is a nonpartisan law and policy institute at NYU, said that Donald Trump violated the appropriations clause of the Constitution by redirecting from.
Can you write that? Can you write that in the text so I can copy and paste it real quick?
I can't write it in the text. If you want to swipe out of the app, and I can
Is there
tell
any
you what to.
mods?
If you want to just swipe out of the app, and I can like tell you what to type, right? Just don't swipe out of
All
don't
right,
exit.
I see.
Just like
Yeah.
swipe out of the app once. Go to Safari or Google, your choice of search engine. Search up Brennan Center, border wall emergency declaration litigation.
How you
And
spell
that's-
Brennan? How you spell Brennan is BRENNAN Center.
And then it's gonna be border
Like the
wall.
Mexican and United States border wall.
Yeah, border wall
Yes.
emergency declaration litigation. That's the title of the source. It was published on May 8, 2019, updated October 16, 2020.
Yeah, I typed that and I get something from Wikipedia. That's the
All right,
first thing that
I
popped up.
got it. I'll just show it on my fucking screen. Hold on, let me set up my little stand.
I mean, I can share it if you want to show it, or I can show it as well. Whatever's
Okay.
easier.
Here we go. We got right here, border wall emergency declaration litigation, right, from the Brennan Center for Justice. This is what we were quoting. All right,
And that's the website, right?
this is the website.
And
This
they're the
is-
authors of that article.
No, the author of the article is, where is his name? Where did they put the name on this website?
That's what I was trying to find. I couldn't find the author
On
because it says updated, but
So the website and the author, they're the critics that wrote this article. They're the critics that this article is about. Because again, like you guys are giving me everything but the critics.
again,
This
it's
is the
coming
critic.
from
This is the
yes,
critic.
the Brennan Center is the nonpartisan law and policy institute at
About the
NYU.
Brennan Center. The Brennan Center of Justice at the NYU Law is an independent, nonpartisan law and policy organization that works to reform, revitalize, and defend our country's system of democracy and justice. Basically, what they're saying is they don't give a fuck about which party you're part of or what party is in charge right now. They're going to still uphold the law and tell everyone, hey, this party's out of fucking line right now.
So
Okay.
who's the critics?
I can't find the critic
I
right
don't
now. So.
are you guys like trolling me? Because why would the author of an article not use themselves in the first person and instead like
Because this isn't about the person. This isn't about the person.
What? This is not about the person. What do we? There's
Henry,
no I.
Henry,
There's no.
this
There's no
article-
I
this
being
is
used.
This
claim.
article, Henry,
No, yeah,
this
yeah,
article,
like,
this
I
article,
guess
Henry,
what I want you guys to understand, like this all just sounds like a claim that an article made.
Henry,
Like,
this article is not about the person's anecdotal feelings on the president or what they're
yeah,
doing.
that's
This is
not what
a
I'm saying.
this is a showing of what the president has done and them showing all
Yeah,
the
according
evidence
to
of what
some
they've
critics,
done.
right?
No, they show the. All right, I'm gonna fucking read, Henry. I'm gonna read. You're gonna try and follow the best you can. Okay? Can you hear me? Am I clear? On February 15, 2019, President Trump
Yeah, I can
followed
hear
through on a threat to declare a national emergency under the National Emergencies Act, or the NEA, of 1976, and to invoke emergency powers in order to secure additional money for construction of a wall along the southern border. Congress, holding the power of the purse granted to it by Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution, had repeatedly refused to grant Trump the funding he sought to build the wall. At the same time that Trump announced his intentions to use emergency powers, he also announced that he would divert funds
Which is
from
what he
other
said.
programs that do not require the declaration of a national emergency, such as
Right.
funds set aside for interdiction programs, I think that was the word, and funds obtained through assets forfeit programs. In total, Trump announced an intention to commandeer approximately $6.5 billion that Congress had not allocated for border wall funding.
Yeah, and then
So
you can just-
basically,
Yeah. Good. Sorry, continue. I just wanted to say you didn't have to read the whole thing, but that's literally what I said, just with more words, right? Donald Trump moved funding that was not approved by Congress, and Congress has the power of the purse, and did it to build the U.S. border wall, U.S. Mexico border wall, which is a violation of the appropriations clause, because that's the appropriation clause
Yeah,
says
I
that
don't.
power.
I wouldn't condone Biden for that context. Yeah, I wouldn't condone
Trump
Biden
did
or
this.
Trump.
This is
Trump
Yeah, yeah.
trumped.
Yeah, but you were using Biden. But yeah, I wouldn't condone Trump or Biden.
Yes, I
Oh,
use
we
Biden to show the hypocrisy. Because
Hey,
if I
relax.
say if I say
Relax,
Trump,
buddy.
if I hold on, if
Relax,
I say
buddy.
hold on, if I say Trump did it, you would say I would still support him. But I said Biden did this. You said you wouldn't support him. And now talking about Trump when he did do this,
Yeah,
we're
'cause
showing
you're
you all the
talking-
evidence.
now
You're saying
the
you could
context
be.
is.
So now that you
show me
know,
the
so what is the
context.
difference? What is the difference between Biden and Trump doing this to where you would not
I
support
just
Biden if he
said
did
that
this?
if
and you
Biden
would
did the
support
exact
Trump?
same thing with the border wall, I would condone it.
Okay, what if Trump did do this? Do you still support him?
And I condone it. I condone it.
Do you still support him though? You said you would not.
Yes. I support
You
him for
said,
doing
but,
that.
but hold on,
Because I
You
want him
said-
to build the wall. Yes, I
Okay,
condone it.
so
dude.
so when
Now
you
that I
said
have
you
the
would
context,
hold
I
on,
condone
hold on. So when you said you would not hold on, so when you said you would not vote for Biden, no, knowing that he violated these clauses, that was a lie, right? Because you would still vote for Trump knowing that he violated the appropriations.
Well, I didn't know the context. I said, yeah. Would you agree
When
that I
talking
didn't know
about
the
Biden,
context, right?
When talking about Biden, the context
No, but-
didn't matter, and I
Hold
don't
on,
think
did you
context
agree that
matters
I
when
didn't know
violating the
context, right? And now that I know the
context doesn't matter when violating the law. In
Okay,
this
well,
instance.
Okay, well, this is just my personal opinion. Yes, if Biden did this and Trump did this, yes, I condone both because I want the wall to be built. I condone it, so I would
Yeah,
support
you do it
even if they
legally.
violate it.
You do it legally.
Yeah, if they did it illegally to build a wall, I condone it. If whatever president did that and they broke the law to do that, I condone it. So
Okay,
yes,
So then,
I support Trump for doing that.
Wait, Henry, didn't you say that all people, like including citizens and officials, should obey the law
Yeah,
at the beginning of this?
I mean,
Yeah,
with that
so that's a
I mean,
contradiction
yeah,
on your
hold
part.
on. Yeah, so with that logic, like you guys shouldn't go over the speed limit, right? Because that'd be breaking the law, right? But we still do
you
it. 'cause,
typically,
you know,
yeah,
whatever.
you typically shouldn't be
Exactly.
going over the speed. You typically shouldn't be going
No,
over the speed limit.
speed limits are
hold
absolute.
on. You shouldn't be going over the speed
The speed
limit.
limits are
because
absolute, dude.
Can I finish talking? You shouldn't be going over the speed limit because it's there for a reason and it prevents accidents from happening, right? If you speed like 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles, 50 miles over the speed limit, it is more likely the case than that there is an accident that's going to happen, right? Compared to if you just follow the law. Right now, if you're just saying in some instances like jaywalking, when there's no one around and it's just like a cop car in the middle of nowhere, and then you jaywalk, should you be held responsible for that? No, but that's different from violating the Constitution, right? These are clauses that are a part of the Constitution. Jaywalking isn't. The speed limit isn't a part of the Constitution.
Yeah, but
we're
you guys
talking
say
about
that every,
we're talking
you
about
said
a
every
fundamental
US citizen.
value of America.
You
We're
said
talking about a
US
fundamental
citizen.
value of
Yo,
America
hold on,
and,
okay,
and
you-
official. And,
Hold on,
and
you
official.
went along. All right, let me go. You said U.S. citizens, officials, and the president. So yeah, when I brought up that analogy, I was using the U.S. citizen example. So I don't know why you're not.
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
it.
Typically, people shouldn't speed. Yes,
Exactly. Yeah, and so that's why people get
Right.
pulled over for going
and they
10
get
miles
held
over the
accountable.
speed
Yes,
limit, right?
yes. Just as if
Exactly.
Donald Trump
All right.
violates the appropriations clause, he should get held accountable. If he violates the declare wars clause, he should be held accountable. If he violates the tax
You guys are
the
just off
taxation,
your
he should be
script.
held accountable. If he violates the take care clause, he should be held
You guys are
accountable.
off your script.
If he
'cause I'm
violates the First
consistent.
Amendment, one more time.
No, the fuck you aren't.
Yes, I am, because you guys gave me a position, and I agreed with it without the context. And now that you guys show me the context that Trump did this because he wanted to build a wall. Now
He
that I know
broke
the
the
context,
law. He
I
broke the
condone-
law and stole
Yeah, I
funds.
don't-
That is the
Again,
issue.
I don't
Henry.
care. Again, I don't care.
So
He
you don't
broke the
care
law
about the
for a good
Constitution.
reason.
So you don't care
You
about the
don't care.
law.
Hold on. You don't care about the most
he broke the law
fundamental.
for a good
You don't
reason.
care. You don't
It's
care
not
about
done.
the most fundamental value of America. You don't care about the Constitution. The wall, 50 miles were built.
He
Joe
broke
Biden
the
was going
law
to build
build
more.
the wall, and I
Yes,
condone that.
but
He's
what
talking
law
about
did he?
safe.
He didn't just break any law.
Relax, buddy.
He violated the Constitution. He violated the Constitution. The appropriations clause, which is in the Constitution, that is what he violated. He didn't just violate like going 10 over the speed limit. He violated a clause within the Constitution.
Exactly, he's not a citizen, so
He is
that's
a
why I was
citizen.
using
Yes,
a
the
fuck
citizen
he
example.
is.
But
All right,
again,
hold on.
I
Be quiet for a
don't
second.
like.
Be quiet for a second. Is the
You guys
president
understand that I don't care that he did that,
of
right?
the
I still support
United
him for doing that.
States a
because he's
US
doing it to protect the
citizen.
U.S. citizens. So I agree with him breaking the law
Yes, the
to build a
president of the
wall to
United
protect
States
the
must
U.S.
be a
citizens.
natural-born citizen according to Article 2, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution. This requirement means the president
What?
must be a citizen
The
from
point you're
birth
making.
and cannot be a naturalized citizen.
Okay, let me take this a different way, Henry. The reason why I'm bringing this up, he violated the appropriations clause, the taxation clause,
And I condone
the
it.
declare war clause. Hold on, the declare war clause, the election clause, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, all the amendments.
Yeah,
I
shotgunning a
over
bunch
seven,
of
over
points.
yeah. We can go point by point. We've just gone over one. But the reason why I say this is because
you guys
at the
didn't
same
agree
time,
with my point,
hold on,
even
at
though
the
it's
same time,
subjective.
in December of 2022, he called for the termination of the entire Constitution. The Constitution is the
So now you're going to
fundamental
another topic.
value of America.
You're going to another
No, it's-
topic.
We're talking
This
about
isn't
the
another
Constitution.
topic. What are you
Hold
talking
on,
about?
hold
It
on,
is.
hold on. We're talking
This
about the
topic
Constitution's
was
not
Constitution.
another
about
topic.
Trump doing this.
Hold on.
Trump
We're
was
talking about the
specific-
hold on. We're talking about the Constitution in its entirety, right? We were talking about how he violated the appropriations clause. You think there's good reason for that, even though it's still an attack on the Constitution. We'll move on.
I don't
To the
care.
next. We'll move on to the next clause, election clause. Do you know what that is?
No.
You don't know what the election clause is? The election clause
I don't know
gives
any of the
the
points you
election.
shotgunned.
Sure. We're going point by point. We went over the appropriations funds, the appropriations clause, and
Yeah,
we're
you
going
gave
over
me
the
a bunch
election
of points.
clause.
Yeah, you shotgun, and I told you.
And
before
we're going
I
point by
didn't know what
point.
any of those means.
We're going point by
Keep
point,
up.
are we not?
All right, so go ahead, bro.
Cool.
You asked me. I
The
don't
election.
know what it means, and I told you
that's
yes
right.
already.
Yes,
No.
and you keep on saying I'm shotgunning, but I'm asking you if you know what it is, so I can explain. The election clause gives states the power to run congressional elections, but Congress can change or regulate those rules, found in Article 1 of the Constitution, Section 4. Right?
Okay.
Right. Okay. After
Sure,
the
sure.
2020 election, we know that Donald Trump pressured state officials and Congress to certify fake electoral slates from 7 key swing states when those governors did not request them. They were not needed, right?
What
And
did he request again?
he pressured Mike Pence, the vice president, to certify those fake electoral slates to make him win the election in 2020, essentially instilling himself for a second term with in contradiction of the vote of the people. That is a violation of the
According to
elections
who?
clause.
Like,
According
where
to
you get-
Trump's own attorney, according to his own lawyers, they said that
Hey,
yes,
relax,
we did
man.
this. They said yes, we
Jeez.
did this. Hold
Just
on.
'cause I
They
want-
said
just 'cause
they
I want
said-
evidence.
They said yes, we did this, but he was president, so he should have presidential immunity. Right? And are you saying relax? I'm not relaxed when the most powerful man on earth is violating democracy and tries to silence the votes of millions of people. That's not something we should be relaxed about.
Yeah, I don't think he did that.
Yes, he did.
attorneys,
It's literally
his attorney
did.
said this.
His
They
own
admitted
people.
to this.
his own people that are supposed to defend him said this.
Mike
dude.
Pence said this. Take the
His
words of
vice
Mike Pence.
president.
So-
Mike Pence.
All right,
hold on.
relax,
It is.
buddy.
Hold on.
What am I
Not
supposed
relax.
to look
Not
up to
relax.
get-
Mike Pence on record said that Donald Trump told Mike Pence to put him over the Constitution. That is what Mike Pence said. Mike Pence said
Yeah, where can I
Donald
find
Trump
this?
made me put him over the Constitution. That's what Mike Pence said. Give me a
I'll
second.
look it up.
Where can I find this?
You want me to put up Jeremiah's?
You can whoever does it quick. Right
What do you
now.
want me to
It's I don't know if it's a direct quote or if it's going to be on a source, but I know that he said that. Give me a second. I'm
Did
pretty sure.
Trump's attorneys?
No, VP. We're talking about his VP.
Oh,
I know
I
his
thought you were
attorney.
talking about
His attorney is on live
relax,
television.
man.
His attorney is on live television.
Did Mike Pence say the election was rigged?
Mike Pence said that Donald Trump told him to put him over the Constitution. Let me see.
When I got to
What
about
Trump
ICE.
asked of Pence, mind you, Pence is the vice president, was the vice president, right, while Trump was in office. In an interview hours after former President Donald J. Trump was indicted for an alleged conspiracy to overrun the
And what are you
2020
reading from?
election. I'm reading this from factcheck.org. Org. Remember that word, all right?
Fatcheck.org, what?
Factcheck.org.
Oh my god, Henry.
Yeah, is the website the whole quote, or like what am I supposed to look up specifically?
No, this is by Robert Farley. This is an article posted. All right, and when you post on factcheck.org, your thing will be taken down if there's any inconsistencies or corrected.
Can I play the quote of Mike Pence? Here's this.
I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election.
And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution.
Mike Pence says, quote, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. You heard that from Mike Pence himself. Former Vice President of Donald Trump, Mike Pence, said, and I quote, Donald Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution.
Why is he a former vice president?
Because, oh my God.
Because Donald Trump lost the election in 2020, and then in 2024, Donald Trump ran with J.D. Vance. Because
so they're not boys, right? Like they're not cool, right?
You are so fucking
Donald Trump supporters.
Yeah, like you understand
I would argue. Hold on,
right?
Donald Trump supporters. Donald Trump supporters.
No, let me land my plane.
It's already in the Twin Towers, dog. There is no plane.
Please, let me ask a question.
Yo.
Yeah, so you guys said the VP, his ex-VP. Yeah, they're not. That's why I asked him, like, are they cool? Are they friends? Because I guess
no,
it would
they're
make
not
sense
cool
for a
because
guy that
Mike
doesn't
Pence,
work with you anymore to like say these
things. They are
things.
not cool because Mike Pence was told by Donald J. Trump to violate the Constitution.
Mike Pence spoke up against. Yes.
Mike Pence spoke up against Donald Trump, and Donald Trump immediately attacked him, and the entirety of MAGA attacked Mike Pence as well. And Mike Pence said, "I'm not doing this anymore for Donald J. Trump."
This is all just claims, right? Like I
can't.
Of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution.
You guys understand, like,
and I always will.
Dude, you guys are pathetic.
You're the one that can't actually refute these claims.
You, host,
anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States. What the president maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again,
that doesn't work with Trump, who says me things
completely false.
Yeah, this is irrelevant.
Henry,
it's not irrelevant.
What does the VP do? I have to ask
him.
Henry, what does the VP do? What is the vice president's job?
I mean, a guy that doesn't work with.
What is the vice president's job, Henry?
Taking his place when something happens to him.
No, you're fucking slow.
The point that I'm
role.
Go ahead.
Well,
the role for the vice president.
I know the politics and stuff. My point was about if I support Trump about
ICE. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, so
hold on. I don't want him to run this.
I was going to talk about ICE.
Sure. That's
the reason why I supported him.
Yes, go ahead.
Shotgun me with a bunch of crap that I don't know anything about.
Hold on, it's not shotgun. So you agreed that he violated the appropriation clause. You think there's just
and
reason.
I condone it.
Yeah, no, yes, you think it's just reason, but you agreed that he did that, yes. But now the elections clause, right? I gave you all the evidence you need to believe that he did violate the election clause.
A guy that doesn't like Trump anymore, say something.
Yeah, he doesn't like. He doesn't.
I reject that evidence, dude.
Hold on. Why do you reject it?
I reject that evidence.
Why?
Because it's a guy that doesn't mess with Trump anymore.
Well, what's the reason? What's the reasonable doubt though? Just because he doesn't like him, what's the doubt? What's the reasonable doubt that means he would lie? Hold on. You're not answering my question. What is the reasonable doubt that makes you think Mike Pence would lie?
Because they're not bros anymore. They're not working with each other anymore.
Okay, what Mike Pence said?
Is that reasonable enough? Right? Isn't that reasonable?
That's not reasonable. No. Why did what Mike Pence said? Why did what Mike Pence said aligned with what Donald Trump's attorneys said? Yeah, Mike Pence and Donald Trump's own attorneys, by the way, his own attorneys who are on his side. They're on his side. They corroborated what VP said.
Dude, these are just
Gavin
claims.
read what his attorney said.
Yeah, the attorney. What you guys
from factcheck.org? Hold on. Factcheck.org.
VP.
No. What I played to you is his vice president, former vice president.
Show me the attorney.
Can I finish?
What did the attorney say?
I'll let you talk if you give me 30 seconds max. I'll let you say whatever you need to say. 30 seconds max. Hopefully. Let's just recap what we have here. Former vice president Mike Pence said that Donald Trump asked him to put him over the Constitution. He denied that. Mike Pence upheld the Constitution. Donald Trump's own attorneys at that time argued that yes, Donald Trump did send fake electoral slates to 7 key swing states, but he did it while he was president, therefore he should have presidential immunity. So someone who was pro-MAGA, pro-Trump, his own attorneys, corroborated what former Mike Pence said. Former Vice President Mike Pence said. Right? So why do you think both pro-MAGA and former MAGA are lying? What's your evidence for that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the before MAGA or after MAGA, I mean, that's self-evident. I mean, you don't mess with him. Obviously, you can say anything. Hey, I thought you were going to give me... Exactly. All right, that's what I thought. Yeah, so the first one it's self-evident. I mean, if you don't mess with somebody, obviously, you're going to talk someone down or, talk crap about him, especially if you're not messing with each other. And then the second part, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. Like I said, it's all just claims.
It's not. It's claims from his attorney. Yes, they claim that he did this, but it was due to and he ran.